Peace, peace, peace to everybody out there. Peace in the name of Yeshua the Messiah, Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel, the creator of heaven and earth. I do pray that all of you are blessed, even during this Bitcoin dump, which is turned into a little Bitcoin pump. Shout out to Eric W., who got in a 10x long at 42.6. Shout out to you, my brother. What up, Luis Rivera? All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Monday morning. It is absolutely beautiful outside. It is crisp. There is fog on the mountains, yet the sun is shining. So it was a beautiful morning. Let us get into this this debacle that is crypto. Let me turn on the screen for y'all. And guys, make sure to FOMO into that like button because guys, it is very important to know that if we can get this stream up to 3,000 likes during the stream, then I will give away 0.1 BTC, which probably is not worth as much right now as it was a while ago. No. Depends on how long ago, I guess. All right, guys. Well, there's a lot of things to talk about here with Bitcoin. I want to talk about some levels. I want to talk about what we can expect. I want to talk about how low we can go and what I'm expecting to happen. Also, guys, I want to talk about the fact that as traders, doesn't really matter to us if the market is going up or if the market is going down. Because if you have a proper trading strategy in place, if you have a proper risk management strategy in place, if you have a system where you're always taking profit, realizing your profit, then you are good. So currently, I am actually in 2 Bitcoin trades that are actually kind of about in the same amount of profit. It's very interesting. So right here on the left, this is my Bitcoin short. The short is on the left. I'm sorry, I lied to you by accident. This is my Bitcoin short. Up 78%. I've been short on Bitcoin since around $59,000. Of course, I have been taking profits out, adding more to the position, changing the leverage and all that, but I'm still short. I'm still taking profits out. Then over here, this is actually my Bitcoin long. From around 50, right around here, like 42.2, give or take. This is a trade that I did post in the Discord last night, right here. And we hit our first take profit, guys. We hit our first take profit. I was waiting to see us bounce off of this region down here. And we did hit our first take profit. The take profits, the first one was $45,000. And now I have my eyes set on the $47,000 level. I think that's our next resistance. And I will be looking for a reaction at that $47,000 level. So, boom, we hit that first take profit. And why did I enter a long down at $42,000? Well, first of all, it's important to note that when we're trading cryptocurrency, what we want to do is we want to mark out important levels of support and resistance, and we want to wait for price to get to these levels. And once price does get to these levels, we can expect a reaction. We can expect a reaction. Now, the more confluence you can find at these levels, the more likely there is to be a reaction. Now, what do I mean by confluence? I mean, you want to find multiple factors that are all telling you this level is important. The more things you can find at a certain level showing you that it is an important level, the more likely there is to be a reaction off of that level. And as you can see, we did get a pretty nice reaction off of this level, about so far 8%. 8% so far. And I guess if you know 8%, you can kind of guess my leverage here. But here's the thing, guys. Why this level? Why this level? Well, first of all, if we turn on our VPVR indicator, our volume indicator, we can see right away that this is actually the low of a local range. The way these ranges work here, if you're using the VPVR indicator, the way you're going to find that indicator is you're going to come to indicators. Who would have guessed that? You're going to go to indicators. You're going to type in visible range right here. And when you click that, what it's going to do is it's going to show you the areas of volume on the side here, where it basically is telling you that at the price of $49,220.50, there was a large spike in volume. And then down here at 42,197, you can see there was a big dip in volume, and these are going to be called high volume nodes, and then low volume nodes are in the valley there. Peaks and valleys, guys, mountains and valleys, just like where I live. And what you can do is you can kind of make a little range where you put a line up here at the peak, at the valley, and then a line at the other valley, and then right in the middle you draw another line, and this kind of gives you a range that you're trading in. And these levels can always be support and resistance levels. If you see the low valley, you could put a line there. If you see a peak, you could put a line there, and that can give you a level of support and resistance. So right here you can see that the level that we bounced off of is actually a low of a specific range that we were trading in. Okay, and a lot of you guys know that I'm also a big fan of fibs, right? Fibonacci. And so another reason I thought this level was so important is because if we take from the swing low, from the Corona dump to the all-time swing high, and put a fib there, you can see that this is also the 382 of this entire move to the upside, from the Corona dump all the way back here when we were all drinking Corona. I remember I went to the store during this time, and I took a picture. There were so many cases of cerveza in the store, okay? And you're never going to guess what brand it was. It was that brand, guys. It was that brand of beer. The kind that you drink when you go to Mexico as an American tourist. You don't even like the beer, but you drink it anyway because you feel like, I'm here in Mexico. If I'm going to have a beer, it might as well be one of these, okay? And if you take it from the swing low to the swing high, you can see that we have the 382 level right here. And as I say quite often, if we are in an uptrend, a powerful uptrend like we have been since that time, the 382 is the most common place to get a bounce off of. And then there's another area of confluence here as well, which is if you take the fib from our break of resistance at 20K, and you pull it up to right here, you can see that we also are getting a bounce off the 0.5 fib level from the breakout of 20K. So there are three reasons here as to why we should have been expecting a bounce off of that level. And really, guys, when it comes to trading in the middle of a dump, right? In the middle of a dump, and you don't know where price is going to stop at, you're going to look for these areas where there's a lot of confluence, a lot of different things that are all pointing to the same spot. And you say to yourself, I'm going to try and enter a trade there. And of course, we can use Market Cipher as well. When we come down to these areas, right, what we want to do is we want to see that Market Cipher, if we're looking to long a bounce, we want to see that Market Cipher is showing us that a bottom is printing, especially on these higher time frames. We can see here that as we're coming down to this level with 3 areas of confluence, Market Cipher B is showing us on the 4-hour that we are printing a bottom, okay? Let me quickly delete the brush stroke that I just made by accident and show you that we were printing a bottom. And I was going to say that maybe we were having a divergence, but here's the thing. The momentum was staying the same as the price was coming down, so you could technically call this a bullish divergence on the 4-hour. And so all these things, the levels, the Market Cipher, that's how we going to find these little bounces, okay? You could have said the same thing about this bounce right here. We were coming down to a fib level, and Market Cipher was showing us a bottom. But, you know, we can zoom in on the even smaller time frames to see Market Cipher. Like if we go down to, let's say, the 12-minute, okay? As we are getting the bounce, we come down, we get the retest. You know, we can see clearly the direction of Market Cipher as we're coming to this level, right? The money flow is curving to the upside. We're printing higher waves, right? That's how we're going to find those entries, guys. And this is a golden tidbit, okay? This is a golden tidbit, y'all. This is a golden tidbit. And if you guys want to learn how to get these levels, how to use these indicators to find these golden entries so that you can create your own golden tidbits and make your own nuggets of Bitcoin, check out jasoncaspertrading.com. This will give you the knowledge and skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader where you can play both ends of the candlestick, longing and shorting at the same time, both in profit, finding those crispy entries that are so crisp. It's like a piece of toast that was toasted for the perfect amount of time. And the goal of this course is to literally teach you how to create a strategy of your own that you can test, that you can use for yourself so that you don't have to worry about what I'm doing or about what anyone else is doing. You just do it on your own, and it's fun. It's fun and exciting. We go through technical analysis. We go through how to use Market Cipher. I actually give you 4 trading strategies that I use currently successfully, and many other people do as well. We go through risk management mindset so that even during a dump, you can make money, okay? It's very important, guys. And I do absolutely have a 10% discount code, which I will drop in the chat because there's a 7% discount code in the description of this video. But I will drop a 10% code in the chat. Also, guys, while I'm shilling my own course, allow me to shill Market Cipher, the indicator that I like to use. In the description of the video, you can get a 5% discount if you use this code here, Billy5D3PWXX4F. And while I'm here also, let me just say, guys, if we can get this stream up to 3,000 likes during the stream, seems like we're never going to get there, I will give away 0.1 BTC during the stream. All right, so let's talk about where we currently find ourselves, because it is a very, very interesting place. Now, first of all, it's no secret that we are trading below the 21 EMA on the weekly time frame, right, guys? We are trading below the 21 EMA on the weekly time frame. We closed the candle, at least on the Bybit chart, literally right on the 21 EMA, okay? So we could say that we are still above that 21 EMA, right? We technically could say that. Would I say that? I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's hard to say. It is hard to say. But as we know, this has been one of the areas that we've been keeping such a close eye on, because historically in the bull market, in these bull runs, the 21 EMA acts as the floor of the bull run. In other words, if we close a weekly candle below this 21 EMA, it typically has meant that the bull market is over. So what am I expecting to happen right now? Well, honestly, guys, it depends on what happens during the next week. If we don't reclaim the 21 EMA, I am expecting us to come down more, because here's the reality. The reality is, once we come below this level, the level that we're kind of flirting with right now, this $45,000 level. Once we come below this level, we don't really have any. We don't have much support. Obviously, until we get back down to the 42 level. And if we lose the 42 level, we really don't have much support until we're getting into the 30s, okay? And really, if we lose that 42 level, in my mind, guys, 34, around that area, somewhere around this area in here is where we're going to find support for that, because there was a lot of trading going on during this time, the entire month of January. The entire month of January 2021, we were trading within this range right here. And so it only makes sense that if we fall through this one weekly candle that brought us from this range up to this range, that we're probably going to find some kind of support in this general area. And I do have levels that I'm looking at to try and find a bounce from there. But in the meantime, I'm still obviously short. I'm still obviously long, and the way we are going to profit through this dump is by making sure that we change our mindset. If things are clearly bearish, okay, on the weekly time frame, we can see that we are trading below the 21 EMA. We can see that the VWAP is pointing down. We can see that the momentum wave is coming down on Market Cipher B. Are we going to print a momentum wave on Market Cipher B below the zero line? These are things we need to keep in mind and things we need to keep an eye on. And so instead of prioritizing the long trades, perhaps prioritize the short trades. And one of the ways I do that is I like to use not only levels, but I like to use moving averages. I think the moving averages are a great way to find trades in the middle of a dump. If we go to the 4-hour time frame and we just take a look here, if you turn on the 21 EMA, which is actually Market Cipher A, the Market Cipher A, let me put on ribbon 5. The ribbon 5 of Market Cipher A is the 21 EMA. I like it because it turns gray and white, and then the 55 EMA. If you have these two moving averages on, really in a dump, if we are in a downtrend, what you can do is you can look for a short trade every time we come up and reject off that 21 EMA. Every time we come up and reject off of it, right, you can look for a short entry. And most of the time, you're going to have a good trade. The only time you are not going to have a good trade, I shouldn't say the only time, but one of the biggest signs that shows you're not going to reject off the 21 EMA is if on the 4-hour time frame we're currently printing a green trigger wave while we are coming up to test that EMA. If you see that we are rejecting the EMA while we are printing a red trigger wave, that it should be a very powerful sign to you that we are coming down more. I'm talking about the 4-hour time frame, guys. Like right here. Okay, look, this is such a perfect trade setup. We have a red dot on the 4-hour Market Cipher. We have a blood diamond, and we're rejecting off the 21 EMA. I mean, this is just the most golden short entry in the world. And these are the things that you're going to be looking for. Of course, we want to also mark our levels, our horizontal levels of support and resistance that we're looking for. But if you combine Market Cipher with levels, with moving averages, we are going to be able to get some really good trades. DC 345 brings up a very good point that says the last two rejections were on the 3-hour 21 EMA. And yes, he is absolutely correct. Lately, we have been rejecting off the 3-hour EMA. I recommend going between time frames. If on any time frame we are rejecting off an EMA in a downtrend, it's very possible that you can get a trade. Like even if we just go back to the 5-minute for an example. 5-minute, for example, look at this, guys. When we reject off the 21 EMA on the 5-minute, okay, even right here, boom, it's a great place to enter a little scalp trade. In fact, if you're scalping, this is a great thing to do. Turn on Market Cipher A, make sure this moving average is gray, and then every time we reject, you can enter a little scalp trade right there. And try and find the confluence. You know, we're getting the red dot along with the rejection. The red dot along with the rejection. The red dot, blood diamond along with the rejection. Perfect, right? Right here, we're getting just a little red diamond along with the rejection. You know, this Market Cipher A and Market Cipher B together can be a very powerful tool to find these small trade entries. And right now, you know, we need to watch, are we going to get a bounce off of the 5-minute 21 EMA? You know, I would, you know, wait until we are printing the green dot to know for certain. Because, you know, and here's another thing, guys. The lower the time frame, the less reliable these signals are. But yes, the 3-hour time frame has been the go-to EMA rejection point. And personally, I do have my alerts set currently on the 3-hour. But historically, the 4-hour has been where it's at, guys. Historically, the 4-hour has been where it's at. So really, if you have Market Cipher B, Market Cipher A turned on, if you have your levels of support and resistance marked out, we can make some really good trades here. And again, because we are traders, it does not matter to us if the market is moving up or down. Now, if you're new to this, if this is your first crypto dump, let me explain something that's very important. It's extremely important that you, as a trader, as somebody who is making money trading, it's very important that you always take a portion of your earnings on the way up and turn it into stablecoin. Personally, for me, I always take 30% of everything I earn trading, okay? So if I'm in these trades right now, right, my long is right here, 69%. I've already taken some profit out of it. My short, 84%, okay? What I'm doing is when I take profit out of those trades, right, some of it, 30%, I switch into USDT. On the whole way up during this bull market, I have been taking out profits, turning it to USDT, because now that we are potentially entering a long period of consolidation or a downward trend, let's not call it bearish. Let's call it healthy correction. Okay, that's how us crypto guys need to put things, just so that we feel better at night when we go to sleep. Now that we're entering a healthy correction, okay, we have the capital already stored up. It's not like we've been hodling all our Bitcoin and now our whole account just goes down by hundreds of thousands of dollars overnight. Although my hodl account, to be honest with you guys, has gone down by a very, very large amount of money. But that's okay, because I've been taking out profits, putting it into stablecoin. So now I have capital not only to pay myself, right, but also so that I can now enter trades long and short using the USDT pairs in Bybit, where I'm earning Tether as my my main profit instead of Bitcoin. And of course, I'm going to do both, guys, because I do believe long term that Bitcoin is going to come back, right? Shout out to Chance. Thank you for the super chat, my brother. How do I have my alert set up on the 3-hour? Here's how you do it, guys. You just come over to the 3-hour time frame. You're going to right-click Market Cipher B, add an alert on Market Cipher B, and you just small green dot, small red dot, okay, once per bar, open-ended, and I like to give it a fancy name, like emergency, BTC move imminent, right? Emergency, Bitcoin move imminent. Then I get the alert on my phone, right? It wakes me out of my sleep. I rush into a trade without even looking at the charts and get wrecked, right? Just kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that, y'all. Don't do that. Shout out to Premier Crypto, who says, I took Billy's course and it already paid for itself. CryptoFace in the house, bro. What's going on, CryptoFace? How you doing, man? It's good to see you here. CryptoFace is the man. You know, I do weird things, you know, compared to CryptoFace with my levels, my horizontal levels. I'm still trying to learn those spider lines, man. I'm still trying to learn them. But so anyway, this is how you're going to get those. This is how you're going to get those good trades. I mean, really, on any time frame, if you're seeing that we're rejecting off the ribbon 5. Ribbon 5 is where it's at. Okay, we're rejecting off ribbon 5. And Market Cipher B is giving us the confirmation. And if you're on the larger time frame, you're going to have to kind of go to the smaller time frames and see what's going on. Like so for example, like this long that I'm in right now, okay? There were a lot of things I was looking for to enter the long. First of all, you know, as we can see here, it's pretty clear that we have, you know, the price is coming down, the momentum is remaining stable. But when we're actually getting the bounce, we're not printing the dot. We had to wait 4 hours, 8 hours before the dot is confirmed, and so we would have kind of missed the move right there. So what we have to do when we're coming down to these areas of interest, and we can't really just do it in any area, guys. We need to make sure, if you're looking to long during a dump, you need to make sure that, first of all, you know the level is significant. Right? Why did I enter a trade on this level? If we turn on the VPVR and we're just looking at volume, it is the low of a range right here, right? We could see, you know, ignore the fact that it's showing us this is the point of control up here. There was a previous range we were in. It was the low of the range. We turn on the fib level. Okay, it's also the 0.5 of this fib. We pull another fib from the Corona dump. It's also the 382 from the Corona dump. So, okay, as we're coming down, this is a very, very significant level. Now that we know it's a significant level, there's still a chance we're going to fall right through it, right? That's where we look at Market Cipher and we say, okay, as we're coming down to this very, very, very significant level, it looks like Market Cipher B on the 4 hour is starting to print the bottom. Okay, it doesn't have to be printing the bottom. In fact, a lot of times what I want to see is something like this, just something like this even, where it's like it looks like we could print the bottom. The VWAP is starting to curve up as we're coming down to that level. That's what gives me the ray of the shimmer of hope. Okay, and then if we come down to like the 12-minute, right, then we can see, oh man, look at this. We're really about to print a bottom right here. And if we look at the 12-minute, we could even see that, you know, okay, we're getting a slight divergence, right? The momentum's coming up, the price is coming down. Then we go to the trace minute over here, and now we can really see, wow, look at this. Okay, so you know, over the time, you know, the price is coming down. You can see momentum coming up, even go down to the 1 minute, and on the 1 minute, we're already starting to print bottoms here. And the thing is, alone. This Market Cipher oscillator wouldn't give you much confidence unless you knew that we were coming to a significant level. If we're shorting, okay, shorting is a totally different story during a bearish market. Shorting is a totally different story. Shorting is much more easier. Shorting is like longing during the during an upward trend. And, you know, the 4 hour, 24-minute strategy can actually be used in reverse during a bull trend, a bear trend, I mean. So what I'm saying here is if we're looking for, you know, for example, if we pull up our 24-minute time frame over here, and we also have Market Cipher B on, and we're looking to see that we're in the downtrend, right? We want to see ribbon 5 below the 55 EMA. We want to make sure that we're actually heading down, and then when we're getting, like, here, let me come back in time here. When we're getting the red dot on the 4-hour, okay, then what we want to see on the 24-minute is either we want to see a red trigger wave or a money flow cross, okay? Red trigger wave or money flow cross. So let's just go with the money flow cross right here, okay? So this would have been our entry. Using that Market Cipher strategy, we enter right here. We could set our targets. You know, we need to have previous levels of support to set our targets at, but we put the stop loss below the swing high, which would have been let's see, at this time, yeah, honestly, guys, to be honest, the only safe place I would say would be up here, and then we just set our sights downward from there. Then the next time that happens is right here, okay? Right here on the first red trigger wave, we would enter right here, and again, this is a super nice, super easy to use strategy where, you know, you're getting a nice 6% just by looking at 2 dots on Market Cipher. Then, you know, you come down here again, and the first entry we would have had really would have been down here. This would not have been the best entry in the world because of the fact that the last swing high was way up here, but you still would have been in profit from that. What doesn't work well during a downtrend is the 4-hour, 24-minute strategy to try and long, okay? To long in a downtrend, you need to be a little bit more tactical than you know, when you're shorting. Nice. Shout out to CryptoFace, who's just playing video games and listening to old Billy Casper. Yep, I'm an old country boy farmer, man. Super conservative in my trading. Don't take high risks. Super conservative. In fact, you can tell by the way I trade that I'm a big fan of George W. Bush. My favorite man ever. Most honest man, full of integrity, wouldn't never harm a fly. Would never harm a fly. Yes, yes. All right, so this just now that we're looking at things from this more bearish, well, I shouldn't say that word, from a healthy corrective perspective, guys. Healthy correction, right? Just a healthy correction. Now that we're looking at things from that perspective, you know, if we switch our mindset from always looking for them green dots to now looking for them red dots, you know, it can change things for us. It can help things. Shout out to Thiago, who says the revolution has begun. Buy War on Rugs coin. Well, thank you for that, Thiago. You just helped me. You just made me shill a coin that I never even heard of. Everyone in here is getting political, saying Trump is better than Bush. Guys, look, this is not a political channel, all right? Just so y'all know, I ain't really got a southern accent. Just so y'all know, I'm not really a big fan of George W., all right? This ain't a political channel over here, all right? This is just for entertainment purposes only, all right? Entertainment only. So now we're kind of dripping down again here. And yes, Brian Miller. Shout out to Brian Miller, who says, F your politics, you're all wrong. Yep. That's so true. That could not be closer to the truth than what I believe the truth is about politics. Anyway, enough of this nonsense. Enough! We're not here to worry about that. We're here to make some dang money. So, we're coming down a little bit here. Let's take a look at some of these smaller time frames to see what's going on. So the 30-minute is giving us a red dot. You know, really, guys, we need to see what happens when we get back down to the 42 level. So here are some levels that I'm really keeping my eyes on. Okay, first of all, that $47,000 level I think is very important. The $47,000 level is extremely important. The reason is, and this is actually one of the take profits on my long. If we get there, right, the first take profit was 45. The second take profit is 47. Why? Why is the second take profit 47? Well, if we go back into history, we can see that that $47,000 level was a strong resistance back in February. Then it got switched over to support. Then it was support again, resistance again, support again, support again, support again during our last dump. And not only that, if we just draw, that level by our eye, but we can even see that, we have a significant amount of volume here. And if we are looking at this general range that we've been trading in, basically from January all the way until now, we can see that that is the value area low of this entire chunk of price action here. So there's a lot of confluence at that level as to why I would say keep an eye on it, right? If we can come above 47, then I'm hopeful now that we can get up to 51. 51 is another area that I would look to get to if we can come above 47. The reason why 51 is because 51 on the daily time frame, as we can see, where is that 51 level? Right up here. Right around here. This was a daily. We could just draw the daily support level right around 51 right here. Okay, you guys see that? It was the daily candle, close and open, and then we had resistance, resistance, support, support, and then it was resistance again, right? We see this strong resistance, but then if we even turn on our fib right here, okay, this fib pull from this swing low to the all-time high, okay? The swing low from the February dump to the swing high, we can see that that's also the 618 of that move. So we've got a lot of reasons to why that 51K is also a region to keep our eye on, And, if you're looking for shorts, right, if you're tired of wearing long pants, it's starting to get hot outside, okay? Shout out to Super Googly, who says, dude, I just made 10 ETH over the last week trading the ADA ETH pair. Thanks for your great TA. Shout out to Super Googly, one of my favorite OGs from the chat. Be looking for shorts, guys. Be looking for shorts. While things are so bearish, if we come up to a level that you have marked out on your chart that you feel is significant based on your own technical analysis, don't be afraid to enter that short. And don't be afraid to use these Market Cipher strategies that I've just outlined in this video, because here's the thing. Do you want to know what the thing is? I'll tell you. The thing is, if you see something happening and you can find a pattern, right? Market Cipher, every time we come up and reject off the EMA with the red dot at the same time, we're going to come down a little bit. If that's happened like many, many times in the past, then you know that you have a very high probability of eking out a little gain from that, right? Eke out a little gain from that. And it's a very easy trade setup because you're just going to short from the rejection. You're going to put the stop loss above the EMA because that's a very clear point of invalidation, right? Very clear point of invalidation. If you think there's a rejection and then price goes up through ribbon 5, you are wrong. So you got to get out of that trade and take the dang loss and wait for the next one. But on the other side of that Bitcoin, if it does what you think it's going to do, you got yourself a nice profit right there. Ionut Sandu says, Jay, do you think the 1 hour RSI bullish divergence RSI has already played out? Well, let me take a look. I don't know. I just don't know. First of all, let me turn on a regular RSI. RSI. And I would say it's already played out, man. I mean, we have this thing right here. Absolutely, think it's played out, right? Think it's played out. And now we're coming back down for a little dumpage right here, and we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. If we go back in time, to the previous bear. Oh, should I say that term? If we go back in time, to the previous bear market, okay, let's go back to the previous bear market. I hate using that word, right, guys? You guys know I don't like to use that word. I shouldn't say it. But I think I need to go to the Binance chart to really go back that far, because Bybit ain't been around for that long, y'all. You know, it's new. It's a new boy in town. And let's see here. All right, we're gonna go back in time to December of 2018. I'm sorry, 17. I remember these days like them was yesterday. In fact, I remember what I was doing when Bitcoin hit this almost $20,000 level. I was at the gym doing deadlifts, squats. And I had to leave the gym early because, you know, back in these days, guys, I was not trading Bitcoin the way I am now. But I knew when I saw it get up that high, I had to take some profit out. I left early. I thought there was going to be an imminent warning emergency crash. All right, guys, so this is going to be our agenda. I'm going to call it, I probably shouldn't say this. I probably shouldn't say this word on YouTube, but I'm going to call this Agenda 21, where we're looking at the 21 EMA. And we're basically, every time we get this rejection in this previous bear market, okay, I said it, is we're just going to wait for, look at this, the rejection, boom, short down, the rejection, boom, short down. How do we know that even here we get a rejection and we get a little short down, but then we come back up, right? But then again, once this moving average turns back to gray, every time we get the rejection, especially in combination with that Market Cipher B, you know, it's like this is a gold mine. This is a gold mine. You know, even in a, it's hard to say the word, but you guys know a healthy, even during a healthy correction, guys, even during a healthy correction, we can get these trades. And this is the 4 hour, y'all. This is the 4 hour. I'm talking right here, you know, 30%. I'm talking right here, like, you know, oh man, 36%. And that's the thing. You don't even have to be a slave to these charts. You know, I'm talking like, boom, 22%, 36%, 38%. These are like massive trades that you're making here. Of course, you're going to take profit along the way, but you know, look at the potential, even during a healthy correction, to make money here. And you know, if you're only into crypto for the money and you don't care about the technology and you don't even like Bitcoin anymore because it seems like it can be controlled by some guy who owns a car company who also sends things to the moon, and there's like SpaceX involved and all this. And you know, it's kind of weird because like certain countries can outlaw Bitcoin that hasn't been mined in that country, and you're like, man, Bitcoin isn't even what it set out to be. I need something different, like Pirate Chain or Monero or something like that, right? Whatever your case is, whatever your situation in life is, you know, you can trade the USDT pair in Bybit, on Binance futures, or whatever you want to do, and you can make out pretty dang well. Shout out to Alfredo Corona, my man. Yeah, shout out to Alfredo Corona. Yeah, Bybit's putting more coins on there too. I had a little talk with their I had a little talk with one of their dudes who reached out to me, and he said they're really going to put some more coins on there. Shout out to Crypto Yacht in the chat. Crypto Yacht, my man, dude's a good trader. Aaron Pohl, looks like red dot in the monthly. Was that there already? Yes, it was there already, Aaron. On the monthly. You know, I don't even have the monthly on my chart here. Let's see, the 1 month. Yeah, it's been there. It's been there. It already confirmed last month. In the month of April, right? So, okay, somebody said, No Credits Left wants to know, could we be forming a bull flag on the lower time frames? Well, let's check that out. Define lower for me, I guess. Like the 5 minute. I mean, you know, I wouldn't really call this a bull flag, to be honest with you, and here's why. Typically, a bull flag will have a well. First of all, typically a bull flag will have a much longer flagpole. I guess you could call this a flagpole, but here's the thing. I would be cautious. Because here's why I would be cautious. Okay. Do you want to know why I would be cautious? I'll tell you. Okay. If you wanted to know. Typically, a bull flag will do something like this, where we get the flagpole, and then we trade in a downward channel like this, a descending channel. This is a textbook bull flag. The descending channel is the key. Okay, this is the key, and then we break out of that, retest, and continue on up. But for right now, unfortunately, we have an ascending channel, and to make matters even more, should I say the word bearish? Okay, if we go to the hourly time frame, actually they don't look as bearish as they used to. You know, we were printing a red dot in the hourly for a while here, but we stopped. But to make things even more less bully, well, I don't know. We're getting money flow crossover on the 15-minute. Perhaps we will see this thing break up. Either way, it is a channel that you should keep your eyes on. And, you know, what you want to do is you want to look and see, are we going to break out? Are we going to break down? And, you know, use Market Cipher B for Confluence. Because that'll really help you. I mean, right now, it's looking like we're not going to break down out of this thing. It's looking like, you know, we got the Market Cipher printing the bottom, printing a higher wave here, printing a higher wave here. It looks like we're actually even going to print a higher wave up here. We have this clear direction. So, you know, just play it by ear. But the best way, you know, to find these trade entries is absolutely to you know, mark your levels out. And if you're trading on the lower time frames, guys, be super careful. Be super careful. And be super careful longing on these lower time frames unless it's at a level that you've already personally marked out and you know is gonna do well. And guys, as usual, if we can get 3,000 likes on this stream during the stream, I will give away 0.1 BTC. 0.1 BTC. Can you imagine how much that will be worth by the time we get a stream to 3,000 likes? It could be worth 3,000. It could be worth 2,000, 1,000. It could be worth $700, guys. Yes. Shout out to First Coast Crypto. Good morning, Jason. I was lucky to be up and in front of my computer last night around 11:30 p.m. and entered ETH and Bitcoin longs. I'm up in both. Shout out to First Coast Crypto. Yeah, currently I am also up on my BTC long right here. This is my long, up 61%. This is my short, however, up 91%. This is my Ethereum short, up 83%. The long, guys, I did, you know, post that in the Discord last night, right here, when I entered it, because I was waiting for us to come down to that level. I was waiting, staying up all night in the Discord, talking to White Phoenix in the Discord. And, you know, when I saw that, boom, posted it, like, let's go. 45K first take profit. We hit it, right? Make sure everyone knows I'm still short. Make sure to use good risk management. You know, I fell asleep, and it was a deep sleep last night. Extremely deep, which was good. I needed that. We hit our first take profit very soon, and then we got a little rejection off of there. I didn't even find out the first take profit was hit until I woke up and I saw, wow, the first take profit was hit. That's nice. Usually I have alerts going off all night in my sleep, and my wife, she gets upset because, oh, and by the way, shout out to my wife. Her name is Big Butts 28 in the Discord. What did she do? She woke me up at just the nick of time. I was about to fall asleep, and I realized I forgot to set my take profit orders in Bybit. She woke me up. She came in, She came into the bedroom. She was up late at night for a late night snack. She does that because she's pregnant, right? So she can't eat big meals because the baby's too big in her belly. So she has to eat tiny little meals here and there. And she reminded me to set my take profit orders. So I got to shout her out here. Shout out to you, Big Butts 28. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I forget why I was doing this, but guys, if you want to get into this Discord where I post my trades, you can become a Patreon, patreon.com/Jason Casper. If you want to learn all this stuff, technical analysis, how to find your levels, how to use Market Cipher, go to jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will give you the confidence and skills and knowledge you need to become a confident, profitable trader. The goal is literally to teach you how to have your own strategy that you can test, but along the way we show you strategies that already work so you are off on a good foot. Okay, a lot of courses, I will say this from experience, they teach you all the theory and technique, but they don't give you anything practical to use while you're learning and developing yourself as a trader. They just leave you there with all this information. You're like, I don't even know what to do with all this stuff. Well, never fear, guys. Never fear. Because this course will give you things to do right off the bat so you can become profitable right out the gate. And let me drop a 10% discount code in the chat here. Okay, let me drop it in. Let me just drop it. Okay, here we go. Let's give it the drop. Jason Casper. Jason is so dang cool. That's the name of this thing. All right, let me pop into the chat here, and let's see. Ghost Given says, trading couple, how progressive. Yeah, we're super progressive over here. We're so progressive. That's why we love Joe Biden, and who else do we like? We love AOC. We're super progressive because we're a trading couple. And we get the kids involved too. Should I name the child Billy? Somebody wants to know. Yeah, guys, like the video. Like the video. And here's a 10% discount code for the course. Thank you guys for the congrats on the baby. It is a good thing to have a baby. It's a good thing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Arrows in the quiver. I want to have many arrows in the quiver. Blade says the coupon is not working. Try and type it in, because I think Devin Mays, hit me up in Discord. Jack Streff, oh yes, I love Biden. I love Biden. He's my second favorite president. My first favorite president is George W. Bush. I love me some George W. And then afterwards, yeah, Biden. Yeah, I love the guy. In fact, where is Biden? He usually comes in my chat. No, it's not my first. It's not my first child. First Coast Crypto. Storm Rage TM, is that an inverted head and shoulders? Is that still valid? Let's take a look at the charts, guys. Yeah, I was watching this thing form as well, the inverted head and shoulders. Let me not use this thing here. Let me use the paintbrush. But yeah, I was kind of watching this thing, and I was hoping we would come down a little bit more. But right now, it's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of hard to tell if we are actually going to form the inverted HNS. I mean, depending on how you want to look at this, I guess it could be. Like I said, guys, I would be super cautious with the longs unless you have, this is just me, unless you have like a level or something, unless you have something very technical that you're looking at. Be careful with the longs. Currently I'm in a much bigger short position than I am in a long position, so maybe I'm biased, okay? I might be biased. But again, Again, right now, the reality of the situation, guys, is that we have closed the candle on the 21 EMA for the weekly. We have opened up this week below that EMA. And, as many know, this is one of the areas that we look for as the floor of the bull market. And if we come over to this here, we can see, if we lose the $42,000 support, if we lose this level of support right here, that we're hanging on by a thread. Why is this important support? Well, it was the all-time high of January 4th. It's the low, the value area low of basically of this range that we're trading in up here. Okay, so if we break below here, it's very that's a big deal. And also there's other reasons why that's such an important level. If we turn on the fib from the Corona dump, it's the 382 from the Corona dump. So I'm really keeping my eye on that 42 level, guys. It's the 382 from the Corona dump. If we lose that, the next fib level from the Corona dump is right here, literally right here. This is a this area, this 34-ish area is important, an important support, I think, too, because there's a lot of confluence there as well, and it's right in the middle of all this trading volume here. So how low can we go if we lose this? I say we're coming down to here, and honestly, if we lose that, then I would throw in the towel for me as far as remaining bullish, because really, I mean, if we're coming down to, well, I mean, technically, guys, as long as we remain over 20K, we could technically still, be considered bullish, right? Because we broke out of 20K, and this is the fib from the breakout. So if we come down and retest the breakout, that's just a typical breakout retest, right? If that was on the 5-minute time frame, people would be looking to long that. So yeah. Anyway, it's important when you're pulling fibs to pull them from multiple locations to see if you can find confluence, right? You want to find the confluence. If you can pull fibs from multiple lows in the uptrend to the same swing high, and you see that they're starting to line up with each other, then that's how you know, all right, I'm on to some good levels. Here, quick little fib lesson here. If you pull your fib, let's say you're going to pull it from this swing low to the all-time high, right? You get these levels here. Then you're going to pull your fib from this swing low to the same all-time high. We're going to be looking for areas where the fibs kind of line up, so you could see like the golden ratio of this fib right here lines up pretty well with the 0.5 from this fib right here. That's what you're going to be looking for, and then pull your fib from this swing low to this swing high, and you can see these become zones of like the one area that keeps showing up is our $42,000 level, and just keep pulling these fibs. And I know it can get really messy, but what you want to do is you want to look and see, okay, are there areas where there's a lot of fib lines from different areas, because that's going to be a significant area. And then you want to use your moving averages, you want to use your volume, you want to use your support and resistance that you drew by eye, and that's how you're going to really be able to find those levels where we could potentially get the bounce that will rocket ship us back. Elon Musk coming out, okay? This is the planet Earth right here, okay? The last time Elon Musk tweeted, the moon was in its orbit around the Earth, but the moon was down here in the orbit. So he tweeted, and we went to the moon, all right. We went to the moon, but, okay, if the moon makes its way, and it takes some time for the moon to make its way around the Earth, right? It takes some time, or so they tell us. When the moon's back up here, that's when we want Elon Musk to tweet, and he will. He will. He's done it in the past. He's manipulated his own stock so that he could buy low and sell high, and it seems like he's doing that with the corn too, guys. Seems like he's doing that with the Bitcoin as well. Brian Roberts says the C word is a YouTube trigger. Just be careful. I don't even know what the C word is. I've said so many different triggers here. So Gamer for Life HD wants to know, how do you make money during a dump? Go back and watch the stream, Gamer HD. Things are kind of sizzling out here with the stream, guys. I've been on for a while. Augustine Schmidt wants to know if I believe the Bitcoin cycle theory and whatnot. I mean, yeah, I do. I mean, historical data is kind of what we can use to predict what's going to happen in the future a little bit. Cam Young wants to know about the green dot on Market Cipher A. It's like a bullish signal, and usually, especially on the higher time frames, if it prints with a blue triangle right next to it, it could mean a breakout is happening. Personally, I don't. This is just me, right? I don't really usually give much credence to the green dot on Market Cipher A. On the weekly time frame, though, it seems to have worked, right? I mean, I like Market Cipher B. For Market Cipher A, here's what I use, guys, for Market Cipher A. If we're in an uptrend, I use the red diamonds, the small red diamonds, as a place to take profits. If I see yellow X's and blood diamonds, those are very strong indicators that we're coming down. Okay, extremely strong indicators that we're coming down. Those are pretty much the main things I use on Market Cipher A. I use the red X's, the blood diamonds, the yellow X's, and the small red diamonds for take profits on the way up. If we're on the way down, I will use the red diamonds and the red X's in conjunction with Market Cipher B and in conjunction with the EMA to kind of tell me which direction things are going in. So really, you don't want to just use anything on Market Cipher A by itself. I don't call them confirmations. I call them reassurances, right? I get my confirmations if I'm using Market Cipher A, the only thing I use for confirmation is the ribbon. The icons, I call them reassurances, not confirmations. And I want to find that the reassurances are lining up with my confirmations. They give me that little extra boost. Julian Cross wants to know what I'm doing with my ADA hodl. Still hodling, took out some profits here and there, just as usual. Just as I usually do. And, okay. Seth wants to know, what time frame do I use to take profits? Depends, bro. Really depends on the trade. Yeah, let's see if we have anyone else in the chat here. M. Joggy wants to know how to get the different EMAs. It's Market Cipher. Market Cipher A is what I'm using for that. But if you're not using Market Cipher and you want EMAs, just type in moving average exponential. You'll find it. Shout out to Big Blaze, who says the stream is always entertaining. Yeah, I try to bring the infotainment. Shout out to R. Kai, who says there's an interesting formation on Kava USDT if anyone is interested. Shout out to Orly Yarly. Am I still looking for typos in the course? No, I'm sorry, man. Everyone found them all, and I never actually fixed them. Shout out to Joseph Hanna. Any insight on why the TradingView 12-hour chart shows an 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. as opposed to 12-hour increments? I don't know, but thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. I'm sorry, I don't know. I do not know. Do I think we're in a bear market because CryptoFace thinks so? Well, here's a tip for all y'all. I don't like to use the word bear, right? Healthy correction. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. You know that I don't know? Because I know. I know that I don't know. And let me just say that I do know that what we're doing as traders is we're just trading what the price action gives us, right? Like, obviously, it's fun. The bull market's fun because our HODL portfolio goes up. But at the end of the bull market, at the end of the day, we need to be prepared for this. We need to have a way to profit during this, right? If you are just in this for a bull run, you are going to lose everything. I promise you. You need to be in this for the long term. You need to learn how to trade. You need to learn how to trade up and down and sideways. Especially those sideways markets. That's really where you need to learn how to trade. Because if you can't trade in a sideways market, and you're either one, not going to enter any trades, or two, you're going to lose everything you have. Right? It's easy to trade in a bull market. It's easy to trade in a bear market. It's hard to trade in a sideways crypto winter market, for sure. I don't know. I can't get my words out, guys. But the thing is, I have my level set of what I'm looking for, and like I have, if we. This is bearish right now. If we come back up and reclaim this 21 EMA, then I might have a change of mind. If we can hold this 42K as support, that would be good too. I mean, right now, it's like it's just one hit after another. It's like what's that game you play where you have the little blocks and you take one out, take another one out until the whole thing falls down. Right now, we're just taking out blocks, Jenga. We're taking out Jenga blocks. We're taking out Jenga blocks here, and we're just hoping that this thing doesn't crash. And we took out another Jenga block with losing this 21 EMA. And if we lose this support here, that's another Jenga block. And eventually this we're going to run out of blocks, and we're going to have to stop using the term healthy correction. Okay? But remember guys, there are a lot of people out there who are interested in buying up the corn at a cheap price. And overall, am I still bullish on Bitcoin? Of course I am. Overall, I think that we're gonna see new all-time highs eventually. I made a video back at the end in February 2018 where I said new Bitcoin all-time highs soon, 100% guaranteed. And that's actually a good video. Let's just see if I could find it here. Let me see. You guys ever heard of YouTube.com? Check it out. YouTube.com. Let's see. You're going to go to Jason Casper's channel. Okay, check it out. Oh, man. Am I ever going to find this video, guys? I'm never going to find this video, all right? I'm never going to find it. It's old. Because I used to have this channel a long time ago, guys, and I used to just do news stuff, like stupid news, trying to be like Altcoin Daily. Didn't work out so great, okay? But, let's see. Where's that video? Yeah, right here. Huge Bitcoin recovery coming soon, 100% guaranteed. This was right after the dump. And as you can see, it got a lot of views. Because everyone was so scared. And, basically I just go through the chart and, I'm going through all the old dumps that happened with Bitcoin and how we always came back better and stronger and higher, But, I mean, sorry to cough in the mic, guys. That was gross. So sorry. Please forgive me. So, Euclid Aboganda says, if you base it on other indicators like an Elliott wave, we're just at wave 4 and waiting for the parabolic wave 5. Yeah, he's right. That's true. If you're using the Elliott wave count from a certain place, this could be, we're waiting for wave 5 of this run. There's other ways to look at that too, depending on how you're doing the Elliott wave count. Some people, are seeing this as the ABC of that wave 4, but it's also possible you get the WXY. Who knows? Elliott waves honestly kind of confuse me, guys. I mean, I'm just not that good at, I understand them when other people do them, but when I do my own, I find that the levels they give me are not usually that accurate. The direction is, but not the exact level. I guess you got to use it in Confluence. My thoughts on Litecoin? Well, if the bull market continues, then I would like to. I'm still bullish on Litecoin, for sure. When will I give away some Bitcoin? Hey, if we can get 3,000 likes on the video, then yeah, I'll give away some Bitcoin. It has to be during the stream though. Samuel Bell says we're not in a bear market. People are taking money out to pay taxes due today in the USA. Wow, is that true? I better pay that. Yes, Arya, you take profit out by converting it into a stable coin. Yes. Jason is the Malmsteen of crypto. I don't know if I'm that. Adam Amer says, what do I make of Elon Musk? Elon Musk. I have my thoughts, guys. I have my thoughts about Elon Musk. I have my thoughts. And I don't like him. I have to be honest with you guys. I know you guys are going to hate on me for that. I've done some deep research on his family, y'all. He comes from some very strange political ideas. Shout out to David from the Philippines. Matthias, potential inverse head and shoulders for ETH and Bitcoin. Yes, potential. I won't comment on Elon Musk anymore, guys. Yeah, Memory Man, like, I totally agree with you about this word for sure. You know, I mean, yeah. Lewis wants to know, is it still a good time to convert Ethereum to USDT? Well, it depends. Are you bearish or bullish? If you're bearish and you think we're going to come down even more, then yeah, it's still a good time. But here's the problem. Here's the problem, guys. Oh, wow. Just got a notification, and I wonder if it's true. Oh, whew. Man, did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? We had on the hourly time frame. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Blood diamond on the 1 hour, guys. Oh no. Let me take a sip of coffee. Blood diamond on the red hour, guys. Mixed with a red dot on the 1 hour. Look at this. Look at this. Clear direction down, it seems. Look at, oh my goodness, it looks like we're curving down. We've got the blood diamond on the 1 hour. That is a powerful signal. That is a powerful signal. Usually when that happens, it means we start to dump. It means we start to dump. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. I have to do some private stuff real quick. I just have to do some private stuff because I want to make sure that I don't. I want to make sure that my long position is protected here, okay? So hang on. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm so sorry. Bear with me. Just bear with me. Like a bear, like a teddy bear. Okay, I just want to make sure I've got my profits locked in where I want them, guys, for sure. I want to make sure of that. So let's see here. Yes. Man, what a boring stream. A black screen. And, okay. Took care of that. Let me just make sure that my stop loss is in a good place here. I want to make sure it's in profit. And, okay, cool. Yeah, everything's good. Everything is good. Yep, everything's kosher. Everything's kosher. No need to worry here, guys. No need to worry here. All right, display is back on. It's official. All I need is a what do they say? I'm so official. All I need is a whistle. I'm sure that there was one extremely cultured young man who said that once. Jack Streff says previously. The blood diamond on the 1 hour has not been that significant. You're right. You know what? You're right. This blood diamond here was not that significant. It actually led to a pump. And we had a very similar thing as we had right now, right? The bounce and then the pump. I just had to make sure, guys, that I was being a little dramatic, okay? You're right. The blood... Yeah, you're right. The blood diamonds on the 1 hour have historically not meant too much. You know, I have to be dramatic, guys. You know, I have to keep my ratings up. You know what I'm saying? I have to keep my ratings up. Aaron Butler Does your course teach shorting? Yes. Jay wants to know, why am I hiding my trades? Here's why. I don't want people to know how much money I'm trading with, and I just don't, right? It's a personal thing for me, and also it doesn't really matter because this is an education channel. I will show the percentages, but I don't like to show the money. And even in my Discord, guys, even in my Discord, where we have a profit wall, right? I don't want people to show the money, just the percentages, because that's all that really matters. I don't want anybody to feel like pressure to make more money, to over leverage themselves, because there is such a temptation to over leverage yourself, especially if you're new at trading and you feel like you're getting this thing down and you see what certain people are trading with and you're like, dang, if I just increase my leverage, I could do that too. One-way ticket to Rex City, guys. One-way ticket to Rex City. I'm telling you. Absolutely, Glenn Hoddle. The course can work for trading spot, for sure. Bearish divergence on the 1 hour. Oh, bullish divergence on the 1 hour equals buy signal. Yes, this, when did we get, yeah, we did get the divergence down here. Yes, we did. We got the divergence down here. That's why I actually entered into that long. R.I. Andy says Crypto Yacht is a naughty boy on Discord. Yeah, Crypto Yacht, he can get a little out of control on the Discord there. Crypto Yacht, yeah, man, you know, you can get a little rambunctious. But he's good in his heart, guys. He's good in his heart, right? And all that matters in life is what's in your heart. Matthias wants to know, what do I think about this being a textbook wick-off distribution manipulation? I don't, you know, I can't really comment on that, guys. I can't really comment on that, and here's why. I know that stuff is real. I know people trade that way, and it works for them. For me, I don't focus on it, and I feel like my style of TA, I maybe someday I will incorporate that into it, but for right now I don't, and it works for me. So it could totally be, you know, there's YouTubers out there, you know, Trader Reality always talks about that. C137 is a big fan of that. Shout out to Cam in the Discord. He's a big fan of that too. I've been watching some videos he's been sending me about that. You know, it's just, I can't really comment on it. Jack Streff, do I own any Pirate Chain? Yep, Pirate Chain, Monero. You know, I'm a big fan of those things. What is the percentage you recommend to use for leverage for beginners? I recommend that you use a good risk management strategy. Okay, leverage is kind of irrelevant. There's two ways to use leverage. You can use it as a tool to leverage your capital in a smart and effective way to make money, or you can use it to gamble. And so I recommend that you look into risk management, how to properly use leverage, because you can use leverage in a way where you're risking the acceptable percentage of your account and leveraging that capital to exponentially grow your gains. However, you can also use leverage for gambling, so you don't want to do that. Okay, is it worth buying Bitcoin for 100? Yeah, I mean, okay, so Blackest Panther wants to know, oh, Black Panther, sorry. Black Panther wants to know, is it even worth buying Bitcoin for $100? I think you mean $100 worth of Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, it could be worth it. Absolutely could be worth it. You know, it's all about percentages, right? If you have $100 and you want to grow that account by a certain percentage, if you think the Bitcoin asset is going to go up, then yeah, that's a good investment. It doesn't matter how much money you're trading or investing with. It's the percent that you're growing your account by. That's what counts, right? My grandpa always told me, son, don't matter how much money you make. Don't matter how much money you have. What matters is that you're always saving some of it. And also, because here's the thing, my grandpa, he had that good wisdom of, if you're accumulating money, it doesn't matter how slow it is, it doesn't matter how insignificant it might be in somebody else's eyes, you're doing what you're doing with what you got. That's the best you can do. And so, yeah, would I put it in Bitcoin? I mean, there's right now. I mean, it's like what can I say? I don't know. I mean, here's the thing: if the bull market's not over, I would probably put it in another asset that has much more percentage potential than Bitcoin. But personally, I buy Bitcoin every month. Yeah, I do. How often do I watch Traders Reality? I try to watch him as much as I can. He's hard for me to follow, guys. He's really hard for me to follow. People always recommend him. I watch him. I like his accent. You know, he always knows exactly what's going on. You know, I can't do his accent very well, but he knows what's going on. It always seems. He's like, well, of course this happened. I can't. Can I do? What does he have? A British accent? I can't do his accent. But he always seems to know what's going on. He's like, of course this happens, guys. Look, we got the red candle here. We got these lines here. You know, this is exactly what they wanted us to do. And then he's like, see, I used the 1 hour and the 15 minute. And I just can't follow him. I can't follow him. Shout out to RY Andy, who ended up at 28 cents in Bitcoin. Now it's up to $2.28. The 28-cent challenge. We should do the 28-cent challenge. Black Panther, I just answered your question, bro. I guess you, if you're a bro, you might be a chick. I don't know. But basically, it depends on the sitch. Go back and re-listen. Yeah, he's a London geezer. My UK accent. All right, so when I speak like I'm from the UK, I don't know if I could do like a London geezer type. So this is the only one I can do, actually. All right, so Alex Smith wants to know, what are my thoughts on the DBSI indicator? You know, I like it as a piece of Confluence. I wouldn't use it as my only indication, but if you're using it in conjunction with perhaps Market Cipher B, it could do quite well for you. This is what I think. I haven't been really using it too much. All right, so I just got an alert here. Ethereum's got a green dot on the 1 hour. Let's see if that's true. Nope, not true at all. Not true at all. Looks like we're about to print the red dot on the 1 hour. Do a northern accent? I can't. I can't do very many accents. Shout out to Elijah, who's not gonna tell that I'm not in the USA. Yeah. Yeah, Blood Diamond Bitcoin 1 hour. Yeah. Do a French accent? I mean, I can't really. The only thing I can say in French is résistance instead of resistance. And I don't even know if that's a French accent. The Wyckoff chart, I don't really know. I don't really know, guys. I don't the Wyckoff method I'm not a big follower of, so I cannot comment. Will ETH fill the CME futures gap? It might not. It's important just to keep that in mind, Antonio Peluso. Bitcoin dots on the 4 to 6 hour, but the trend looks ugly. I cannot do an Arabic accent. Sorry. I used to be able to do a really good Indian accent, but now every time I do, it sounds like Eastern European. Cesar Montez wants to know, how honest am I with my community about Market Cipher? Super honest. I tell people how I use this thing, and I think it's a really great indicator. In fact, this is why this is my only trading indicator. Yeah, the 2-day Market Cipher does look tragic. Oh my goodness. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. All right, guys. I'm going to have to cut this stream. I appreciate all you for being here. May God bless you. In the name of Yeshua, in the name of Jesus the Messiah. receive this blessing in the Hebrew language. And this blessing is a blessing that will place the name of the Lord upon you. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Israel, which in English means, may the Lord bless you and protect you, and may He cause His face to shine light upon you, and may He have grace upon you, and may He lift up His face upon you and give you peace. In the name of Yeshua, the Messiah, the God of Israel. And guys, I do pray that the Lord does reveal Himself to each one of you in a very personal way. And it is important to remember. It is important to remember that temporal things like money, that's not what's really important. It's a great tool. It's a necessary tool. But there is a promise. There is a promise that the Lord gives us in Matthew chapter 6, I should say, where He tells us not to worry about things that are temporal, food, clothing, shelter, but He says our priority should be focusing on the kingdom of God and seeking the Lord's righteousness, and then all those other things will be added unto us as we follow Him and do His will. That's a very comforting thing, because I can say personally in my own life, I've gone through periods of time where I have literally lived in a van where $1 was a lot of money for me. $1. I remember somebody dropped $1 and I grabbed it up because I could have gotten a chicken burrito from Taco Bell with that thing. Now, there was a point where I had no job, I had nothing. Now the Lord has blessed me with so much in a temporal way. But the truth is this, and I can say this from experience: the closer you are to the Lord, the better your life will be, and the external circumstances don't matter. I've been more miserable with more stuff and much more peaceful and happy with nothing. All that really matters is your relationship with the Lord, with Jesus, right? That's what really matters, because we were created for so much more than this. And we have the hope of the resurrection of the dead, where we get to live in a circumstance where creation is as creation was originally created to be before sin and destruction entered the world. And so on that note, I will see all of you guys in the next video. Peace.